Hello Rocket Dog volunteers, this is how to add a new dog to Animal Shelter Manager. So I've logged in and this is the home screen. There's 3 different ways that you can get to the add a new dog screen. So up here in the ASM menu, if I click on that, I get a whole list of things I can do. Under Animals, here is add a new animal. So I could click there. Also right next to it, the second way is to use this keyboard shortcut, Alt-Shift-N. And the last way, that might be the fastest way from the home screen, is to use quick links at the top. So these will be floating at the top of the home screen. Here's your add a new animal. So I'm going to click on that. And now we get everything to add about that new animal. We can say their name. I'm going to say it's a test dog for right now. Their date of birth. If you know an exact date of birth, you can enter it there. Otherwise, you can say it's around 2 years old. There's our gender. We're probably not going to mess with the species or the type, but we do have the ability to enter camels, gerbils, and goldfish if we need to. Here's our dog breed. A quick shortcut to learn is if I start typing terrier, T-E-R, it jumped me down the list to that. That's very helpful because the breed is a very long list. I have a checkbox right here. If I check it, then I get a secondary list, so I can say it's a terrier mixed with Chihuahua. So I typed CHI for Chihuahua, and it jumped me right there. Here's our color. Let's say we have a blonde Chihuahua. Internal location is who is overseeing that dog. So it defaults to the sanctuary. When you click on this list, it shows you all of our champions. Let's say that this dog is going to be championed by me. That means that I'm the case manager. I'm the one that in theory knows the most information about that dog and oversees the placement. Unit right now you can't enter anything, so don't worry about that. Size, most Chihuahuas are small. I believe our size chart is up to 25 pounds is small, 25 to 50 is medium, 50 to 100 is large, and over 100 is extra large, or very large in this case. Whenever you forget those weight amounts, I usually go to the website actually, and you can put in size there, and I just try to keep it consistent with those sizes. Weight, let's say that this is a little 12-pound 2-year-old male Chihuahua. At the entry screen, you may or you may not know whether that dog is altered. It'll ask you a date if you have it. So if you have that vetting paperwork, please enter that in. If you don't know, just leave it blank. Same with microchip, but please try to get the microchip number, because once that's entered, if that dog ever went missing or we needed to identify it as ours, we would have that very important microchip number. It's also going to ask you the date that they were chipped, and once you put in like man, I've entered so many of these, it will be able to identify what type of microchip number it is. It'll come up with Avid or Pet Watch or Home Again. That'll appear next to here, and it'll verify that you've entered the right style of microchip number. Entry category. So this is how we get our dogs. Many of ours come from, occasionally we get the hoarding case. A lot of ours are either owner surrenders, shelter, or strays. I'm going to enter this one as a shelter. That's the default choice. Brought in by, I'm considering this to be which one of our volunteers was the one who sort of discovered this. Was it on a rehoming form and somebody contacted the people and talked to them and found more information about the dog? Was it brought to an event and somebody talked there? Was it one of our volunteers was contacted by a shelter saying, these are our dogs on a rescue list, would you consider this little Chihuahua? And after that, they contact Bailey and say, hey, this is a highly adoptable little blonde terrier Chihuahua mix, just has an ear infection, needs our help, can we take it? But let's say that I'm the one that was contacted by that, so I could check my name right there. Whenever you're entering, magnifying glass is for searching records that are probably already in there. I'm already in there. Plus sign is for adding somebody that's new if you have brand new information. But generally this brought in by is going to be one of our current volunteers. Date brought in. Let's say that this dog was brought in on the 1st. Please make that date as close as you can to when that dog actually entered Rocket Dog, meaning we took possession of that dog. Create and edit. then takes you to that dog's profile. One more thing for entering a dog on that dog's profile is right in this box right here. This code is automatically generated for each dog. D is for dog, 2017 is the year, and this is the 146th dog to be entered into Rocket Dog this year. Then it carries over the 146D right here into this four number code. That's where we enter our Rocket Dog number. So this is our fake Rocket Dog number, but please make sure that you enter that. That's our secondary information from the microchip. Keep looking at other videos. They're going to tell you about notes, entry, health and identification, and a lot of these tabs.